Welcome back, Viewpoints Roundtable Proposition Discussion. All right, we're picking it back up with the last proposition, Proposition 12. It is called commonly the Veterans Bond Act of 2008. This act would provide a bond to be paid over, I think, the next, 30 years, does it say? Yeah, for the next 30 years. That would provide services for veterans of California. We got arguments for and against, but people would say they're veterans. They've served this country. Is it really that much of a stretch to say they should have more rights? Other people are going to say, where's this money coming from? And the people who are left with the bill, there's got to be different ways to handle this. So, panel, opening it up to you. What are your thoughts on the Veterans Bond Act of 2008?
I'm voting against it only because it's too vague. In the full text, it's only about a page long, and all it says is that this money will go to a fund for veterans, but it doesn't specifically say this money has to be spent on veterans. It could go anywhere. They could do anything they want with it. It's too vague.
It does apply it to be used for home loans and such, so that it's paid off of their mortgages that are being used. So it is using a loan system to pay back the bonds that are being taken out. And in that regard, I think it does give a little bit of a focus as to where the money's being spent.
I agree. I think that to argue that we don't have enough money, I think, is absurd. But that's not Rachel's point.
Well, I wouldn't quite make that.
I agree that we should be participating in this troop bailout, which is essentially what this is. A mini version, more focused, of the $700 billion.
While I do respect and support the veterans and what they've done for our country, at the same time, I'm hesitant to vote yes for this because I've read it and I don't fully understand it. And I think that if there's something that I can't fully understand, I'm not a stupid person. I wonder where the money is coming from, because they make references to, well, if it can't be paid back by the veterans, then the taxpayers will pay for it somehow. But how? It's not clear. It's, as Rachel said, it's too vague.
I think it's safer to vote no on it than to vote yes and see $900 million disappear. And our government has a habit of making money disappear.
I'll agree on that.
Policy.
All right, then. There we have it. Proposition 12, the Veterans Bond Act of 2008. Is it going to provide the necessary aid to the people that have served our country honorably, or is it just a vague, not well thought out proposition that's going to end up spending taxpayer money in a way that we don't even know yet? The decision's up to you. Make it at the polls. That's it for our Viewpoints Propositions Roundtable discussion. Thank you for joining us.